about some music, I'm gonna go ahead and read this Rolling Stone magazine. So, Young Thug. The song that he did at the Yeezy Season 3 is dope. I heard it. It's actually on Spinnerilla right now. It's a pretty dope song. Now, I thought that was going to be a song that was going to be on Kanye's new album, which who knows if it even will be, since he said he got 40 songs with Young Thug and 40 songs with Kendrick Lamar. That's another story. But anyway, so Slime Season 3 was supposed to drop Monday. We didn't get it on Monday. Today was supposed to drop, but we're waiting on it. It's supposed to drop actually at 4:30. The original time was 4:30. And now this nigga is on some weird shit, similar to Kanye, like, oh, fans helped me figure out the title so that I'll drop Slime Season 3. What fucking sense do that make? Like, you start a mixtape trilogy, and now you don't want to use that title, but you have music to go on there, so you want to change the title for whatever a random fan pick, and I guess if you tweet it, it get retweeted, you call it that, and the music is on there. It's the same shit with I'm Up. Like, bruh, can you just put out the music? We don't care if your album didn't sell nothing but 20,000 copies. Who cares? You know, people still gonna support it. They're gonna download it. That's your fuck up for actually putting it on a mixtape site and not having your label give you a cease and desist to get it off the mixtape site, so everybody that wanted it can go and get it off iTunes. Similar to Kanye album, you only can get it on Tidal, but of course it's been downloaded over 500,000 times, meaning if this dumb nigga would have actually put the album out on iTunes, on Google Play, everywhere else, he would have a gold record right now. So he's gold, but it's illegally downloaded, so meaning it doesn't fucking count. So that's stupid as fuck. But this nigga do not want to put the album or mixtape out, whichever you want to call it, and I think that's the most stupid shit ever. We're going to talk about a whole different variety of shit in this video, so this is going to be random as fuck. I feel like that's stupid. I definitely want to hear Slime Season 3, seeing how the first one was filled with music that people heard already from what fans told me. Slime Season 2 wasn't better than Slime Season 1, but to me it's all new. Did a review on it. I'm Up, which was dope. Better than Future Project, in my personal opinion. We know how I feel about that. But you letting fans choose titles. Why ain't artists creative enough with your own thought process to figure something out as far as an album title? Like, that's the most stupidest shit ever. If I was an artist, I could sit in this room right fucking here and get inspired by something and come up with a title. Think about something that went on in my life and think of a title. Or motherfucking just go on Google and type in random fucking words. Look at the definition of a word and a word in the definition, use that as a fucking title. It don't have to be a long drawn out title, nigga. You can just use one word as a title. Who gives a fuck? Put the music out, nigga. Or just put untitled and put it out. But that's whatever. Then J. Cole albums, it was J. Cole, right? All his albums are platinum. Because of the new rules with IRAA. Yeah, that's cheating. I don't really give a shit. That's like having a fucking game genie in the 90s. Bought a video game on Monday, went to school the next day and said I already beat the game. How the fuck you do that? Oh, game genie. Cheat code, basically. Whatever. I don't really care about that. I think it's bullshit, but it's like, y'all using streams and listens and shit for an album that nobody really went to support other than his last album. But the first two, platinum, nah, not here for it. Kendrick performances was dope as hell at the Grammys. He got 5. Why did people think he was getting album of the year? Did y'all not understand Taylor Swift Reign? I said that last year that she was getting album of the year. It was obvious once you heard the album. Sorry. Still a pop dominated Grammy Awards, but at least he got 5 awards. Shout out to him. And he got, what, best hip hop album? Of course he was going to get that. Why wouldn't he? What album was better than his personally? It don't matter if you liked the album better than his. Culturally, what album was better than his? And he got the Grammy for best song or something. Alright. And Drake back to back didn't win. It was great, but we know he wouldn't win that. I mean, come on. You go to a party, which song sounds better, back to back or Alright? I think I'm gonna go Alright. That's my shit. If y'all remember when I did the review for the album, yeah, So that's that. Taylor Swift has responded to Kanye in the most respectable way. Because if you didn't follow Twitter and all that social media shit, you would just think it was a great acceptance speech for a Grammy. But obviously, you know what he said, and she said fame so loud that we know who she was talking about. So now the world is waiting for Kanye to get on Twitter and goddamn respond to her. What the fuck would he respond to? Like, dude, that shit happened years ago and you still talking about it. Was it a funny line? Of course it was. The bullshit behind the scenes, oh, they signed off on him saying that, which, do I think that Taylor Swift, the way her team is, would say, yeah, sure, you can say that, oh, I could still fuck Taylor Swift because I made that bitch famous? No, but that's just another story. Who cares at the end of the day? Nigga, you didn't make her famous. She was already a celebrity and she was already famous. You probably propelled her more into the mainstream. You took people that was your fan and put eyes on her, including me, because let's face it, MTV was dope back in the day. Never really bought a Taylor Swift album. Never even listened to her music. That one song that she performed that year, I actually liked that song. I thought it was cool, you know what I'm saying? And then she did another joint, which I thought was cool. But when you did what you did, I definitely dove in and was like, yo, let me see what this bitch music about. And became a fan of her. So shout out to Kanye West. But you didn't make the bitch famous. I'm sorry. She was already famous. Um, Actually, I knew about her from dating a country girl that used to watch the country awards, and the older generation of artists used to always hate on her. And I'm chilling at the crib with my girl, and I'm like, who the fuck is Taylor Swift, and why everybody throwing shade at her? Like, who is that? And that's how I got to really experience Taylor Swift, because the country award people that was veterans was mad at her because she a rookie getting all the awards. Well, bitch, if she's more relevant, then what's the problem? Yeah, that's that. Other than that, the Grammys, I skimmed through it. A couple of performances was cool. Kendrick had the best one. Lady Gaga, I mean, shout out to her for showing, paying homage. That shit looked crazy. My girl got a good laugh out of it. Um, Young Dolph and Yo Gotti is kind of going back and forth beefing, but not really. But to name your album King of Memphis, which I think, how many people have hinted to that before? I think Yo Gotti kind of said it. 3 6 Mafia, kind of like, you know what I mean? So it's like, at the end of the day, we don't care. Yo Gotti seems to talk subliminally in interviews. I saw the Hot 97 interview recently today, and I was like, oh, okay, he not speaking on it, but he said his piece on it. Who cares at the end of the day? It's just like older and new generation. You feel me? Yo Gotti put in a lot of work. We like what he does as far as music. He's dope. Young Dolph. At first, when Gucci was fucking with him and co-signing him, I didn't like his voice. I didn't like nothing he was spitting, none of his fucking raps. If you go back and check a lot of my Gucci reviews, I didn't like that nigga. Him, and it was somebody else. But over time, I started to hear his music individually, and I grew to like him. So it doesn't make you a hater if at first you don't like an artist and they start doing shit that, you know what I mean, you like. It's just like, okay, you're a day one fan, that's cool, but I also became a fan. So what's the problem? You feel me? So that it is what it is. He made good music, but to say, do he make better music than Yo Gotti? I mean, Yo Gotti put out a stream of dope projects last year. Young Dolph had a couple of them, but it was a couple I didn't check out. You know what I mean? But other than that, I mean, those two niggas should just collaborate, make music together and get over it. You know what I mean? That's the old generation, which is Yo Gotti. Cause I'm quite sure he's older than Young Dolph, and that's the newer generation. So it is what it is. It shouldn't be no blase blah, like, oh, I came in the game independently without help and yada yada yada. Who cares about that shit? You both niggas making money, feeding your families. That's what it should be about. It is what it is. Oh, also when Kendrick got his key, was that the mayor that kind of threw a shot at Drake? That was some sucker shit, because they didn't mention Kendrick at Drake shit. And even Charlamagne said that, like, yo, why would you want to mention another artist when you giving Kendrick the key to the city? That just was petty as fuck. So whoever the fuck she was, yo, she should have got pulled to the side, and you know what I mean. I would have, if I was Kendrick, I would have said something like, why you mention his name? Like, what kind of, it's about me, it's my day. He ain't got nothing to do with this. You feel me? It's like, come on, that's art and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just dumb. So, but shout out to both them niggas. Drake got his key on Friday. Kendrick got his on Saturday. Kendrick also bought some kids from Compton to the Grammy, so that was pretty dope. But other than that, it ain't really shit really popping off in music. But I will say this, Yo Gotti album is actually going to be sold in Target this Friday. I'm amazed at that. because Target has been barely putting out motherfucking hip hop music that I can see. You know what I mean? Like I've got a lot of music since last year, and 9 times 10, I think I was going to Best Buy to get it. You know what I mean? As far as the pop and alternative shit, Target gets a lot of that. So I was surprised at that. Like, that's pretty dope. So I definitely be getting that album, and I'll probably get Young Dolph shit on iTunes because I doubt he pressed it up or whatever. But if he do, and y'all know where it's at, I can get it. Let me know. But that's basically it, man. Music, sneakers, and it's something else I'm missing. Oh, I didn't like Adele performance. I didn't. I thought that was like, why did they change the production on that? Untitled 3 by Kendrick, like I said, that was pretty dope. But I wish he wouldn't have did Alright like that. Like that song is dope, and I get the live instrumentation, but it's just like it takes away from the, you know what I'm saying, that whole energy that we love about the record. I get it's the Grammys, but it's just like, damn, I would have picked a different song. I think he should have did How Much Does the Dollar Cost. I think that would have been more prominent to do that at the award show because that kind of has the mellow mood for that scenery. But Alright has a more, energetic feel to it. So I just think that the way they changed it around, I didn't really appreciate it. I didn't like it, but still, he gave a great performance. Shout out to that nigga Kendrick Lamar. Definitely want to see what his next album gonna sound like. And last but not least, TDE is having issues. Hope J-Rock gets better. I heard he was in an accident with a motorcycle. And Absol seems to not be happy with the label because they're not, letting him release music, or he's not next off the bench. But that label always got kind of problems and shit. I'll probably talk about that at a later date. Other than that, pretty much it. Random as fuck. I'm out.